Number 13. Jessica invites some friends to a Cowboy game. She purchases a suite at the stadium for $1,500. She also orders a $250 Pizza Hut package. Three other family members already had tickets to the game but joined for the pizza. The prices were divided evenly between Jessica and her friends, and the cost was $57.58 per person. How many friends did Jessica invite to the game? Well, we know with cost, the way we can figure out like price and stuff like that is if you take the price of an object and divide it by how many people are paying, that'll give you the average cost. AVG will stand for average. I wrote all caps because I'm abbreviating there. That'll give you the average cost. So here's what I really need to do. I take the $1,500, that's for the suite. So the suite is $1,500. That's this price. I divide it by the number of people. Now, how many people go to the game? That we're not told. It just says Jessica and her friends. Okay, so really, Jessica goes, and we also have her friends go. So I'm going to put 1 plus x. So x is going to refer to friends. So the 1 is Jessica. The x is her friends. Now that's cost for the suite. Well, she doesn't only get a suite, she also gets pizza. So this will add here. The cost for that is $250. Now, is it the same amount of people paying for this? No, it says 3 other family members already had tickets to the game. So they're not friends or family members here, to be clear. So we have the 1 plus x, which means Jessica and her friends, but we now also have plus 3 for her family. So just to be clear, this is Jessica here. This over here is Jessica. This is family. The x is friends, which I know I got that written on the right of the screen, but I'll put that there. And this over here, again, is friends. If I add all this together, this will equal the total cost, which our total cost was $57.58 per person. Whoops, $57.58 per person. So that's how we'd set this up. Now we just have to solve it. You could do insolve if you wanted to, or we could also look at it as a graph. So I'll try to insolve and see if that gives me a good answer first. So I'm going to go new document to insolve. I go to calculator, and you go menu 3.1, which algebra, numerical solve, or you can just type in down here insolve parentheses, and we type in our equation. So we have 1,500 over 1 plus x. Remember, x represents friends. And then we added the Pizza Hut package, which is $250. And we had, let me press Control divide, we had Jessica, her friends, and 3 other family members paying for this. And we had the average cost of $57.58. Now, once you type all that in the calculator, you press comma x, and the calculator will solve for x. Now, it says that insolve always gives you the answer closest to 0. That means this graph here has an answer that's closest to 0 there, and that's unfortunate because that's saying negative friends. So I can't solve it using insolve, so what can I do? Well, I can go to graphs. And I basically type in the equation as I had it without the average price. So I'm going to do here the 1,500. Whoops, what happened to me? Let's try this again. 1,500 over 1 plus x. That means Jessica and her friends. And then we also had 250, and that was over Jessica, her friends, and 3 family members. I'll press enter. And we know we also have the cost. So y value over here, 57.58. I'll just do this as a second equation. 5758. Was that, or was it vice versa? Yep, that's it. Just make sure I wasn't getting dyslexic. 57.58. Now I can't see that because of how high it is. It's a y value. 57.58 went in over here. It's the high. It's on the other side of the equal sign. It's the y value. So what I can do is I can double click this, and I know it's up at 57.58. So I want to go above it. I'm just going to type 650, or excuse me, 65, because I'll definitely be able to see it. Now, how many friends were at the game? Well, that was my negative answer. Insolve always gives you the answer that's closest to 0. So I'm going to go to intersection here. You see how it gave me this answer? Negative 3.61. That's what that is when you round it. That's what insolve gave us. But if we go on, that means there's another answer that's positive, because she's going to have a positive number of friends, not negative number of friends. And here it is. This answer, you go analyze graph intersection, it's 29 on the dot, and that's good because she should have a even number of friends. So here, when I saw this, we get that x is 29, which means Jessica invited 29 friends. And that's your answer. Now, I'm going to do one more thing here. That's going to be an ugly box. Oh, never mind. Okay, one more thing here so you can kind of get a better idea. I want to back this out because we know we had an answer at -3, so I'll just put that as a -5. And over here, let's make this bigger. Let's go up to 100. So you can kind of see a little bit more of what the graph looks like. Change this to a -50. And you can see kind of the equation that I was working with. So this graph, what it was, is a reciprocal graph. That was the intersection right there, and the red there. As you can see, there's another piece down here, there's this piece going in between, and this piece out there. This was the only good intersection that was real for. So that was kind of the idea of what we were looking at with the picture. And I could zoom out even more, get a better look at it. Let me try to zoom fit. Let me see if that works for this one. Just so, there you go. You can kind of see all the different intersections on this picture.